life-changing talk coming your way. There's a philosophy that believes it's better to go without than having low quality or something that is less than what you truly want. It's better to be out of a relationship than in a toxic relationship or something that you're tolerating. It's better to be having a closet full of very few high quality clothes that you're proud to wear than a closet full of junk, cheap junk that you collected over the years and does more harm to your appearance than good. It's better to be driving the car you want, you truly want, than to be driving around every day in a cheap junk that makes you feel low and actually lowers your self-confidence. You're embarrassed to be seen in and serves to affect other aspects of your life that you didn't even think about. It's better to be without than to be with things you really don't want, you feel like you settled with, and you feel like it's just not what you desired, or it is below the absolute minimum of what you wanted to have for yourself. It's a philosophy of not accepting anything less than what you want, and here's the kicker: having the strength to be able to go without until you buy what you really want. You'd rather go walk around in your slippers until you can buy the shoe that you really want. You'd rather have 2 suits instead of 11 junky, cheap polyester ones. You'd rather have 2, 3 quality friends than a bunch of friends that are doing nothing but pulling you down in life. Are you beginning to get the idea? It's your life. You only have one time to go around. You're going to be 39 only once. You're going to be 27 only once. You're going to be 59 only once. And believe you me, many of you can testify, the older you get, the faster it goes by. And you look back, and as I've said before, those birthdays with 0 come around and you wonder, where did all the years go? And we cannot stop time. None of us can stop time. However, if you've lived well, if you've adopted this philosophy, which, well, I did. I chose to adopt it many years ago because honestly, it just made sense to me. And it sat well with how I would like to conduct my life. You don't have to accept it. You can have a closet full of junky clothes instead of very few high quality, nice clothes. And clothes is just an example. Clothes might not be something that's important to you, but I'm sure there are things that are important to you. Every human being, I read a long time ago, once I was on a train, and I read that every human being alive has something that they're willing to pay premium price for. I never forget, I used to have this coworker, sweetest guy. He made nothing. He made barely enough to eat. Yet one day he told me, will you give me a ride to this movie, movie memorabilia photograph store? I said, yeah, sure, why? And I know his income status. And I said, sure. So I parked the car and I went in with him, and he paid like $60, which is, believe me, is 2 weeks of lunch money for him, to buy a black and white photo of a movie, scene that he liked. Because that is what he was willing to pay premium dollar for. And I didn't say, why are you doing this? Why, I know what your money situation is. Why are you doing this, whatever? Because I realized I had already woken up to the fact that every living human being has something that they're willing to pay premium dollar for, that they're willing to cut off other things in life so they can afford to pay that, if that is what they need to do, if they are not, if they are not comfortably, financially comfortable. But you know what that is, as far as you're concerned. You know what that is. You know what's important to you. And I tell you this, you owe it to yourself. You owe it to yourself to make sure that the thing that is important to you, that thing that you're willing to pay premium dollars for, that you have that in your life as often as you possibly can. Lest be prepared to be living a bitter, angry life, a frustrated life, a life where you're so angry and frustrated that the slightest thing can set you off. Not because of what just happened, someone bumped into you and all your frustrations comes out, because it has nothing to do with the person bumping into you, but it has everything to do with all your pent-up frustrations because you didn't do what you wanted to do. And believe you me, I have come across people like that, and they are not pleasant people to be around. So the solution, whether you're 19 or 59, I am not advising living irresponsibly, but I am 100% advising. This is your life. Never forget. Decide what is important to you. Decide what you love. If it's we're talking about your recreation, we're talking about something that's unnecessary. Who cares? It's important to you. Make sure you have that, because that is the price. That is the insurance. That is the guarantee of not being bitter. You do not want to go through life. We all get old. We all get to a certain age where time in front of us is less than the time behind us. And you do not want to be in a position where the things that you really want, you had to go without. Because you will be bitter, you will be unpleasant. Nobody wants to be around you. And the opposite side is, you can tell yourself, hey, if I die tomorrow, I'm happy because I got to do what I really wanted to do. I left no stone unturned. Everyone owes it to himself to be able to say that. Can you say that? Can you say that? If you're old enough, you better be able to say that. And if you're young enough, you better be planning on being able to say that. With all the love and all the best, as always, signing out from Athens, Greece.